The 90s ended, and Wes Craven's status in the horror world was just as strong as ever. The Scream franchise ran its course and ended its initial run in 2000, but not without lots of praise for the most part. Again, Craven changed the standards for modern horror flicks, and the mainstream would follow in his footsteps. He would continue on to make several films throughout the early and mid-2000s, pretty much being a hit-or-miss pattern. But if there's one definitive miss, it might be My Soul to Take. My Soul to Take is a 2010 film from Wes Craven that seems to take another stab at being an against-type slasher film. And good God did it fail. Like, on so many levels, this movie is just flat-out awful in almost every way. But let's discuss. The movie begins 16 years before the present day as it appears a man who seems to be struggling with a multiple personality disorder goes after his family. He kills his wife before he's killed, and that same night, 7 children are born. Who are they? Well, they call themselves the Riverton Seven, a group of kids born on the same day this murderer died. They gather together in the woods and have a commemorative ceremony to keep the spirit of this crazed maniac from coming back. Again, this is a film that goes for the urban legend feel, and it really amounts to nothing throughout most of the film because the characters just explain everything anyway. The main character is a kid named Bug, as he acts accordingly with his name, and he's one of only several shitty characters in this movie. My God, the characters are terrible. They're annoying mixes of 80s and 90s cliches that seem like more of a parody than actual characters, and that's not intentional. Not to mention, none of them are memorable, except the blind kid, but that's only because he's blind. Also, the script is just flat out weird. There's this very unnecessary and forced allegory about a condor that is so in your face that to call it symbolism would be like calling MTV a music-focused network. I feel like Craven went for that ironic, tongue-in-cheek humor with this film, but there's nothing even remotely chuckle-worthy at all.
Are you ready? Fly now. His wingspan is 10 feet wide. His body more than 4 feet high. He can weigh as much as 350 parrots. As for soaring, he can glide effortlessly for days until he finds his food. Bullshit.
Even the villain has no personality. Yeah, one of Craven's most famous nuances is gone. There's no personality in the villain. As a matter of fact, it's nothing but awkward. I mean, just watch how he creeps up on a victim. What the hell? What the hell kind of run is that? That's pathetic! This is just a complete misfire of a film. Poor acting, writing, effects, everything. It's like a bad made-for-TV movie. I can't even tell you what they were going for with this one. Maybe just an old-fashioned slasher flick, but man, this one is up there with any stinker from the 80s or 90s. The one thing that is good in this film is the setting, as they use a woodsy setback environment as a fictional Massachusetts town. It's reminiscent of what you'd see out in the Berkshires of Massachusetts, where there's plenty of woods, legends, and creepy stories. But that would be giving this movie too much credit.